So Freddie has been neglected. These graphics are put on almost as soon as we got him. I've got a big sheet of vinyl, cut the vinyl out, placed it on the van. To be fair, that was an absolute pain in the backside to cut that into the van and get it dead square. But it's seen better days. The graphics that have gone on over the top, they've shrunk and cracked. So it's time to give Freddie a little bit of a revamp. Now I did paint these stripes on down the bottom here with RUST-OLEUM paint. So I think what I'm going to do is paint the side of the van to match the stripes, because they're a lot more tougher than the vinyl. It's been on for 5 years, but like I say, maybe time for a little bit of a change. It's not a good sign when they just come off relatively easy. You can see the water's all trapped behind them, which is never good. So yeah, hot air gun, loosen them off a bit, and let's get them off. Little bit of a shame, and it doesn't feel as if I put them on that long ago. They've definitely seen better days, and they're beginning. I don't think you see the mark up there. They're actually holding and retaining water, which is never a good thing. It's like taking a step backwards. Surprising how much moisture's been trapped behind this. Oh, old Freddie looks a little bit naked. So now I'm going to do the same process the other side, get the graphics off and give him a good wash. Make sure I get all that dirt and grime that's been built up and hidden underneath the vinyl. And then well, we've got to do the front, haven't we? Oh, forgot about the front. It's just not going to last. Oh. The first wipe out. Yeah, it does look a little bit sad. I don't like it. There you go, look. You see all the trapped, see all the bits where the moisture can get trapped. Oh, that's because the sun's on it. Good. There you go. It's like a half degreaser and half alcohol to help get rid of some of the stains that the vinyls helped induce. I wasn't going to put any graphics on there, once I've done it this time, but I think they just help break the boredom up of the. I think they help with the whole van look. So we will be replacing the compass graphics with a graphic of the world. We'll use that. The only reason being is I bought them and they've been stuck in the, well, they've been following us around Europe actually. And when we moved over here, I actually bought them not long after I bought the van, because I was going to go down that option, but the compass that everybody uses, I was attracted to that myself, and it helped Freddie get through the reclassification to become a motorhome, I'm sure. So there you go, that was many moons ago. If I keep watering, maybe it'll turn into one of these. I'll leave this to dry off overnight and then we'll come back in the morning, hopefully the weather will be okay. So give it a good degrease again with some alcohol wipes, and then we'll start masking up, and then we've got to key up the paint because we're going to paint it. We need the paint to key into the white original paint, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. Good morning, and another day begins, and we've got some nice weather today, so that should certainly help. But you don't want it too hot because as soon as we apply the paint it'll go off, so we need it to be a little bit cooler, but we'll see how we get on. So today's job is to mask up and prep, and it's all about the prep. You ask anyone, the most important part about any job is the prep work. So we're going to mask up and then we're going to flatten down the paint so we've got something to for the new paint to key into. Yeah, there you go. So what I'm first putting on the vehicle is fine line edging tape. This particular product is the 3M version and it's used for fine line masking. And then once that's all in place, I'll then add normal masking tape or offer new masking tape up to the edge of my fine line tape and then mask any areas in between. Of course, an obligatory cup of tea. And there you can see the blue tape being the fine line tape and just normal masking tape. So that's the van masked off, and now all we're going to do is key up the paint. Now what I use is a 3M Scotch pad, red one. Give that a nice light rub over your paintwork, and then your new paint will be able to key into the old paint. When you're doing this, make sure that the Scotch-Brite or sandpaper, whatever you're using, wet and dry, goes right up to your fine line masking tape. And if you run parallel to your masking tape, then there's a lot less risk of lifting the masking tape away from the vehicle. Most of these products are available from Amazon. Again, there's different versions. If you want a very good product, then I do recommend 3M products. So that's all the rubbing down done. That's all what's needed. Pay particular attention to where the masking lines are, because when you pull the masking lines off, if you haven't keyed into that paint area really good, then there is the chance that you could pull that paint off with the masking tape. So make sure definitely around the edges that you ensure that there's a good key. So that's all done. I've wiped it down to get rid of the dust, and now we're going to use a panel wipe. A panel wipe, if you haven't got a panel wipe, you can use a white spirit or any kind of inhibitor that evaporates, and then to wipe down your panels before painting, in case there's any grease and bits and pieces like that on there. And then after we've done that, just before we paint, we use a tack cloth, which is a sticky cloth, to get them last bits of dust off. Now we are doing this outside, so no doubt as soon as I put it on, the insects are going to flock to it, because that's what they like to do. But it's okay, it's a big van, we can flatten any marks down later and touch them up. There you go. And if you can, try and get hold of a lint-free cloth or tissue. It's lint-free. You don't want bits of tissue being rolled off as you're trying to paint or trying to prep the vehicle here. So I'm going to go around, panel wipe, then I'm going to look at the paint, see how thick it is. I want it quite thick, because what I don't want to do is be putting 3 or 4 coats on out here, because the amount of insects that will attract. So I'm going to try and get it done in a couple of coats. So yeah, next step, panel wipe. Step after, mix the paint. I'm using the small roller, and as you put it on, it looks like a disaster at first, but be patient, guys. The little air bubbles and bits that you see will go flat eventually. So just keep rolling it on. If you look close, you can see all the bubbles. It looks awful, but you'll be surprised what you can do once the paint dries. I can remember as a kid, my dad had a Type 1 and Type 2 V-dub campers, and he painted them all by a roller and hand brush. Let the paint go hard and then flatten it down. Back in the day. So I've added roughly 20% white spirit to the paint, just to loosen it up, thin it down a little bit. The paint side of things are now done. Like I thought, it's warm, so the bugs have just gone and jumped all over the new paint. That's alright, we'll let it go hard, the paint, and then the bugs, we'll just wipe them off. They're only holding on by their legs. They're not exactly Linford Christie's legs, are they? So yeah, We'll wipe them off, then we'll flatten the paint back a bit, and then we'll polish it up, and then we'll put a decal on it. So there you go, painted. I didn't bother filming much of the roller action because I'm sure, guys, you know how to roller. Yeah, if you look, you can see the bugs that have landed in there. But we'll let the paint go off, and we'll sort it out later. A little facelift for Freddie. So for this particular paint, it's recommended that you have a drying time of 8 hours, but I've left it overnight. It's a warm night, and now it's ready to be flattened back. Get rid of the orange peel, what's left over from the rolling of the paint. So good morning. We've taken all the masking tape off. We've now started to flatten down the paint that we applied yesterday. So all I've done is gone from 400 grade wet and dry, 800, and then to 1200, flattened it down, and now I'm going to start polishing it up and bring it back. Like I said yesterday, the insects had landed all over it, but they've got incy wincy feet, so you don't really see it through the paint. There you go, guys. Many thanks for watching. If you have any questions, then please drop us a comment. And if you'd like to follow our van adventures, hop over to the other channel, Adventure Van Freddy, and look out for some of our adventures on there. All the best.